Welcome back to another episode of Penny Help Jess. This is episode 605. And let's see what we got here today. I always look for the shortest flap. And they're pretty even today. Let me grab the other flap. Oh, this one has some lines on it. What's it say? Oh, is it a phone number? Oh, yeah, 484. It's a phone number. Oh, that's great. So, phone numbers mean, oh, yeah, okay. See, and I wouldn't have thought this was an older penny wrapper, but the phone number, and it looks so crisp, but the phone number is from a long, long time ago, or from an old person who doesn't know you don't have to put your phone number on pennies anymore. And maybe they might even crossed it out the bank when the lady said, oh, you don't have to put your phone number on. That was from the 1980s or something, 70s, who knows. So it does look like we have quite a bit of copper there. I don't know about, might have 8 or 9, maybe 10. Let's see what we got, if we got anything good here today. Me and my wife are going food shopping today. Maybe I could sneak in a little stop at the bank. We'll see. Usually I do the bank thing with getting penny rolls from the bank. I usually do it in conjunction with some other activity. There was one bank in walking distance from where 92 we're looking, right? 92, the close AM? No, see, that's the wide AM. Want the close AM on the 92. And of course they closed down. Penny number 1. And it was funny. I remember when they opened and I was like, oh, I should get an account there, and but then they're gonna not want me anymore because of just going there for pennies. And then I also remember thinking, how come there wasn't a bank here before? And how, you know what I mean? Like what made and it was one of those weird names, I don't know, whatever, Federal Bank, something I never heard of before. And sure enough, it was open for about a year. I probably could have got $100 or $200 worth of pennies from there in that year. Stopping there once a month and saying, hey, do you have any pennies? But I didn't take advantage of it. I do my walks in my neighborhood for exercise, mostly for exercise. I could just jump in my car and go to the post office. So I do my walking thing, 2017p. And I don't know, I kind of didn't want to break up that continuity with stopping at the bank, because that would probably be the only time I'd go is when I'm walking. Oh, we got a die clash. Yeah, you can see that's the bottom of the link, and you could tell by his coat. See the double pleat. I don't know. It's up here. It's the bow tie. But they polished the head out of the. Oh, and you can see it in the stairs too. Where it goes up in the stairs. How about the other side? Not really. And they polished it out of the above the stairs there. They polished the head out on the die. How about on the front? You can see some remnants of it, I think, a little bit, but they polished it off too. But if it was a shiny penny, like, to me, that's where I would want to Those are the die clashes I would want. Like if I was to buy a die clash that was just in the columns, you know, I probably, unless it was a really wild one. Here's our second copper penny. So I don't know. I'll probably still put it in a flip. I mean, I think I bought 4,000 flips. I think I have the number correct at 4,000. There's 50 flips in each box, and I bought a case of the boxes, and I can't remember. I did a. My playlist is, I have various playlists, and the one that says education, I have a bunch of like not not coin search videos in there, and I think one of them is the purchase that I made of the boxes of that case. And whatever I paid for it, I remember just being like, oh, a box of 50 was like, you know, because you have to pay shipping. And copper number 3 was like $10. And then if you bought like 10 of them, it was like $30. And I was like, well, I'm finding. See, I think the line through the Denver is related to that little mark over here, through the mint mark. I don't think that's a repunch. Let me look at it through the loop real quick, but I'm pretty sure that's not a repunch mint mark. I really think it has to do if that let me tell you, if that mark wasn't there on the rim, then I would have thought it was a repunch mint mark, or at least really cool looking mint mark. But that it kills it right there. All right, copper penny number 5, 1966. I don't think that's extra thickness either. So I said, let me see how much the case was. The case was like $130, something like that. But I did the math. I think it came out to like a penny a flip. And I was like, that's what I need to do. You know, I need to. I'm really. And they were nickel flips. I use nickel flips. I do not use penny flips. Another 17D. I do not use nickel flips. Excuse me, I do not use penny flips. I use nickel flips. So they were like whatever, 50 times. I think there had to be at least 100, if not 150 or 200 boxes in the case. It's a pretty big box, like 2 foot by like a foot and a half by like a foot and a half, something like that. Like a big rectangular box. You can see the video. Check out for the Flare G. No. So when I find things like that, I can still flip them. I'm not being penny wise. You know what I mean? I don't have to be penny wise with my flips. So even a weak die clash like that, I could put into a flip. And who knows, if one day, if 10, 20 years from now, 15, I thought it was a 17. If at some point in the future, if die clashes are worth, $3 or $4, then I made $3 or $4 on a penny. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's dirty. That's a nice looking zinc cent. All right, copper penny number 4, 5, 6, 7. It's a nice looking one too. That's the nicest looking one we found today. And I said 8, 9, 10, right? Something like that. I'm pretty good at identifying them now, just by looking at the roll. I'm usually within a margin of error. Copper penny number 9, right? No, 8. 9, here's number 9. Nice brown penny. 84D. I see that in the column there. I think it's just a die spike or blip. All right, copper penny number 10. And it's an 82. Philadelphia large date. And is this number 11? Yep. Yeah, probably some older person's penny roll. 11 is a lot of copper to find in a penny roll. 22% copper. And last but not least, a 2016 Denver. I see that in the hair. You see it? Looks like a die clash in his hair, his head. Nothing on the reverse, though. All right. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the penny roll hunt number 605. And I will see you on the next one.